I can change a property, but I can't change all the area around it. Did just have an interesting conversation with a friend. We were kind of reflecting back on my last 10 years of real estate investing and what were the top 10 takeaways or breakthroughs that I've had as I think about fix and flips and wholesale deals and rental property and single family and commercial, and what are the things that you would share with your younger self or the things that you would even teach your kids that you think were the most valuable takeaways reflecting back on, $20+ million of real estate purchase. So here they are, my top 10. I wish I would have gotten started sooner. There's no perfect deal. There's no perfect market. There's no perfect asset class. There's no perfect buyer or seller. The idea is get started. Done is better than perfect. And take advantage of the for-profit centers. The cash flow, someone else helping to pay down our loan, the appreciation and the depreciation or the tax advantages, all getting compounded and stacked together can create insane returns, which is why we love real estate investing. Figure out what you're good at and what you love. What's the highest and best use of your time? I learned really quickly that I am not handy or good with a hammer. So things like hiring contractors and hiring attorneys and outsourcing as much as I could. And I started focusing on just getting really good at finding deals and working with sellers to help them solve problems so I could buy them at a really, really good cost basis. All markets are not equal. I happen to live in Orange County, I'm from Seattle, but I don't buy in either of those markets right now because the economics don't make quite as much sense. I like certain price to rent ratios. I like certain job growth. I like very corporate friendly environments. I happen to own rental properties in Dallas. I am very hot on Phoenix right now and buying shopping centers, and I'm able to stretch our dollars a lot further because it's a market that frankly is more compelling financially. I like buying a not nice property in a nice area that has desirable demographics. So we can fix up a property to match the rest of the neighborhood, but you're not gonna fix a whole neighborhood or a whole zip code, or in the case of commercial, I wanna know the car counts, or I wanna know what the demographics or the crime is, because that's not stuff that we're gonna change. I can change a property, but I can't change all the area around it. Get laser focused and specialize. I am Mr. Shiny Object Squirrel distracted. And so I'm wholesaling and I'm rehabbing and I'm doing rentals and it's residential and it's commercial and it's teaching and it's all these things. When I finally focused in on a single asset class in a single market, and I got really, really good at all the specifics of those deals, our income went up 10x. My best deals have come from working with really motivated sellers. And generally, the bigger the problem or the issue, the bigger the payday. I'm always looking for someone's problem that I can solve or a problematic property that needs some help. And so I'm going in there and saying, how can I add value to this person's life, or how can I solve an issue with this property and make it its highest and best use? Generally speaking, bigger is better. I'm gonna encourage someone to buy a duplex versus a single family, or a fourplex, or better yet, a 20, 50, or 100 unit apartment building, because it just makes more sense. You do one loan, and whether it's 400,000 or 4 million, it takes roughly the same amount of time. And I would rather have a piece of a much larger deal than have all these little smaller, potentially lower quality deals if I have the option now, looking back. Tax advantages are insane. So when we're buying a multi-million-dollar building, there is tremendous depreciation, paper losses, phantom or not net operating losses that we can take to help offset other sources of income. So in many cases that can zero out our tax liability. And so it just creates an environment where we can keep more of what we make, pay our fair share, but not be giving, let's say, as much to Uncle Sam as other ways to earn money and a living. There is no reason to figure this out on your own. There's just so many books and resources and educators and coaches and mentors and places where we can turn to stand on the shoulders of someone who's already figured it out the hard way. I've got the scrapes and the bruises and I've lost money and brain cells. And so there's no reason to wing it or go it on your own and reinvent the wheel. It takes too much time and it costs too much money. I wish I would have done more partnering sooner in my career. So in the beginning, it was a DIY lone wolf figuring it all out. And had I teamed up with a partner who I could have invested alongside, I could have learned while I earned, while also having the seasoned set of eyes kind of overlook and teach and share while we were going through it together. So now I'm a big proponent of joint venturing on deals or getting into syndications with other people or teaming up with folks who you think are gonna be good partners for the long haul. All right, so there's 10 of my top takeaways as I reflect back on the last decade of investing. If you want me to unpack any of those a little bit more, dive deeper into one of those subject matters, if you got any value out of that, leave me a comment or hit me with a like, and I can put another video together. Take care, stay safe, stay sane, be productive, happy investing.